History, across cultures and centuries, has occasionally produced a figure who refuses to be one thing. A man who stands in two worlds simultaneously, the world of the sword and the world of the pen, and who masters both with such completeness that neither identity can be separated from the other without destroying the whole. These figures are rare, but they are not unique to Khushal Khan Khattak. To understand what made him extraordinary, it helps to place him in the company of the others. To look at the small, remarkable pantheon of warrior poets the Islamic and pre-Islamic world has produced, and to ask, what did they share, and where did Khushal Khan stand apart? ANTARAH ibn SHADDAD came first, centuries before Islam, in the age of pre-Islamic Arabia. A cavalry hero of legendary ferocity, and the son of an Arab nobleman and an enslaved Abyssinian woman, he fought his way from social contempt to immortal honor. And he wrote. His mu'allaka, his suspended ode, hung in the Kaaba, is one of the 7 greatest poems in the Arabic language. Like Khushal Khan after him, he used poetry to construct an ethics of warrior honor, to argue through verse that a man's worth lay not in his birth but in his conduct. He is the earliest ancestor of this tradition, the man who proved that the sword and the pen together could build an identity that time cannot erode. Mahmud Sami al-Barudi came centuries later, an Egyptian army officer, politician and poet of the 19th century who led an uprising against the Khedival order and paid for it with 20 years of political exile in Ceylon. The structural parallels with Khushal Khan are striking. Both men occupied positions of military and political authority before their rupture with power. Both experienced the specific creative pressure of marginalization, the way that exile and imprisonment strip away everything except the inner life, forcing a depth of reflection that comfortable power never demands. Al-Barudi is widely credited as the father of modern Arabic poetry's neoclassical revival, just as Khushal Khan is the father of classical Pashto literature. Both men transformed literary traditions from within the crucible of political defeat. Shah Abd al-Latif Bhittai presents the most fascinating contrast of all. He was Khushal Khan's near contemporary in the same broad South Asian world, born in 1689, from the very year Khushal Khan died, and he did for Sindhi literature precisely what Khushal Khan had done for Pashto. He elevated a South Asian vernacular language from folk dialect to classical Islamic literary status, embedding spiritual depth, cultural identity, and philosophical sophistication in verses that his people had never before seen in their own tongue. But Shah Latif carried no sword. He was a Sufi mystic, not a military commander. His battlefield was entirely interior, the landscape of the soul's journey toward Allah. Where Khushal Khan fused the martial and the literary into a single explosive identity, Shah Abd al-Latif achieved a comparable literary elevation through pure spiritual contemplation. Two men, the same regional moment, utterly different paths to the same destination. And this is what places Khushal Khan Khattak at the apex of this particular pantheon. ANTARAH constructed warrior honor ethics in verse. Al-Barudi channeled political exile into literary renaissance. Shah Latif elevated a vernacular into sacred classical status. Khushal Khan did all three simultaneously. In the same life, in the same diwan, across the same 76 years. He was tribal chief and political organizer and resistance commander and literary architect and Islamic theologian and philosopher of exile. All at once, without contradiction, because he had theorized the synthesis itself and lived it as proof. The warrior poet tradition is ancient and honored across the Islamic world. Khushal Khan Khattak remains its most complete expression.